So it seems like Young Jeezy and JD Ma are filing for divorce. And I'm not really surprised by this because it just seems like marriages nowadays are starting to become a joke. People are just getting married and then filing for divorce for unknown reasons. And I've spoke about this yesterday video to grandma talking about the passport bros. But it just seems like nowadays, love is just dead in the waters because it's all for social media, it's all for clout, it's all for show, it's all for entertainment, but there's literally nothing real about love and marriages nowadays because it's too many people out here leaving their partners for stupid reasons, But for me, I don't really care about these celebrity relationships because once you become big in the industry, your life is no longer private. Everybody is going to know about your personal business. And from what I understand, you will be judged, you will be criticized, and you're going to be made fun of, become memes and all of that. That's just the way life is. Once you become famous, your personal life is being publicized, you know what I'm saying? So, but I'm not really surprised by this because this is your typical Hollywood marriage. Don't really last long. And I spoke about a person on Facebook that wrote something very stupid, and I'm gonna get to that towards the end of the video. But for right now, I just want to focus on this topic and why I believe marriages are a joke today. Jeezy has reportedly filed for divorce from JD Ma roughly 2.5 years after the two were married in Atlanta. According to a report from the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, Jeezy filed papers in Fulton County Superior Court on Thursday and is seeking joint custody of their daughter. Additionally, the report states the couple had a prenup in place. They were planning on having a prenup, instead of having an open marriage where you could just go around and sleep with other people and then you come back and sleep with each other, not knowing full well what diseases they're carrying from sleeping with people. But thankfully, it's nothing like that. It's a prenup that they already had planned, and yet he still filed for divorce. But then again, we really don't know why they're separated or divorced. We really don't know what's going on. All I know for sure is that the media, everybody is talking about it on social media and on YouTube. So I'm just giving you my take on the situation and what I believe what needs to be done in order to save marriages in the United States. Because when you think about it, the divorce rates are way higher than any other percentage in the US and all over the globe. I mean, let's just face it, love is just not what it used to be, especially in Hollywood and in real life. Jeezy and the former The Real co-host confirmed the long-rumored romance by making it IG official. By April 2020, the two were engaged, followed just under a year later by an intimate wedding at the couple's home in Georgia. Shortly after the wedding, Maya spoke with Entertainment Tonight about her and Jeezy's approach to marriage life. It really goes to show you that when it comes to marriages, like I said, it's all for the public to see because they're famous people. But I think sometimes in life we have to understand and look at marriages in a different light. Marriages is not for everybody, and I've said this all the time. If you're not ready for a long commitment in a marriage, then you shouldn't be putting a ring on it. You shouldn't be in a relationship if your mind is not in the right place to be in a committed relationship. While Ma says she loved the dating life portion of her and Jeezy's years-long relationship, things only improved once they took the preventable plunge. And now being married is even more handled with such delicacy and such thoughtfulness, because we're in our 40s and we both grew up in a households that weren't healthy marriages, she said. We have never seen what that looked like. Well, at least both of you grew up in a toxic household that was not healthy from the both of you. Because I could tell that both y'all parents were divorced. And now y'all are getting divorced even though you only had one child. And that right there sucks the most. And now she's going to end up being a single mother. And Jeezy is filing for custody, like joint custody. So I believe the two is going to end up co-parenting together. You know, now that they're like separating and divorcing and all of that. But again, we really don't know if this is true or not. We don't know how this story came to be. And like I said, all I know for sure is that it's out. And everybody is talking about it. I'm just giving you my 2 cents in that story. Ma said she and Jeezy were open to possibly having more children together. In the same interview, she also discussed them amendment Valentine's Day plans and reflected on their relationship, which actually began prior to going public in 2018. I think that's the biggest thing I have a problem with celebrities and their marriage and their relationships in general, is that they're too publicly open, because you're just letting everybody know about your personal business instead of keeping it private. Because if people were smart enough, they wouldn't be doing that on social media, because that'll cause a problem in relationships as well, because you're letting people know about your personal issues. And I, for one, am not a fan of that in the first place, because I don't like when they do that. Because if I'm going through some things, I would rather keep my things private. You know, certain things just need to be left unsaid and done. You don't need to have a reality show just to tell people about your story. You know, if it's that personal, keep it personal. And I think that's one of the issues I have with marriages in Hollywood, because it's all for show. Yeah, you know, some marriages are real, some of them they do last long, but I think most of the time we see all of that played out in reality shows. And that's why I came to grips and realized that, I don't know. Like, what do y'all think in the comments below? Most recently, Jeezy released his first book, Adversity, for sale. Ma posted to IG about her then husband's book, which rolled out just last month. I didn't know he wrote a tell-all. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at the comments, because I know there's going to be some people mad at Young Jeezy for filing. I mean, when you think about it, I look at it like double standard. So let's check out the comments. I kind of agree with this person as well, because we both are thinking the same thing about celebrity marriages in Hollywood in the industries, because they're mostly being played out on reality TV shows, and you know, and most of them don't even know what marriages is. They don't know how to fight for relationships, because they either break up with their partners on social media and everybody is exposing that person, calling them a misogynist because whatever dumb reasons. And we've seen the situations with Jonah Hill and his ex, you know, or because he set some boundaries in relationships because he didn't want you to see her in bikinis with a bunch of men around her. You know, like, if a man is telling you to respect yourself in a relationship, why not do that? But instead, a lot of people are calling him a misogynist, calling him insecure because of what his girlfriend is doing, or his fiance or ex-wife. I don't know, but still. But this part I kind of agree with as well, because I think most marriages in Hollywood I've seen for myself, are fake. because of reality TV, because they're just not real marriages, because it's been played on TV. Because if it were real, it would have happened in real life without the camera saying social media. That's basically what I believe. This breaks my heart. I hope they work it out. I highly doubt they will, because like I said, we don't know if this is actually true or not, because everybody is still wondering if this is actually true or not, or did this really happen, or they really divorced, or they really separating. Because it wouldn't make sense for them to actually get divorced after 2 years of marriage, because they had a prenup plan. So how is that even possible? Maybe it's because they had some disagreements. Maybe it's because he cheated, she cheated. This person says the fact that she was married to her first husband 11 years and made it clear she did not want kids while still hosting The Real. Saw and heard it with my own eyes. Only to meet Jeezy and pop out shortly after marrying him. Never sat well with me and felt like a money grab. What are you talking about? Money grab. Like, it sounds like you're accusing him of marrying her for money. Like, I don't know. It's that this comment just seems kind of sus to me. I'm not understanding. You're gonna have to elaborate with me. What do you mean by that? A money grab, cash grab. This should be a reminder to ourselves to be our own relationship goals. That one comment kind of threw me off, but I get what you're saying. This person replied, she said black men are like the side dishes of a meal and white men are the main course. That wasn't enough for him to keep it moving. You live and learn. This person says exactly. That never sat well with me. Jesus should have never. What do you mean should have never? You see, these are the type of comments that really confuse me. Because now you're making it seem like he should have never married an Asian woman. He should have married a black woman. What does that got to do with this whole situation? It's not about color. It's about the person who is right for you. From the heart. So these type of comments I'm not understanding, because it sounds like y'all are blaming him for filing for divorce and wanting joint custody of their daughter. That's kind of sus to me, and I don't agree with this one bit. And I have a feeling that it might be a bunch of feminists calling him out for filing for divorce, where we know nothing of how it happened. Then he replies, so she was right then. No point in marrying them. See, once again, you're blaming him for filing for divorce. We really don't know what really happened. So the fact that you're actually saying this kind of sounds like you're blaming him. It's always the man's fault. It's not fair. This person says, sad to hear, being married is not easy. You must like and respect your mate. Facts. Love is important too. Each day brings light challenges that are handled much better with the person you like and respect. Mutually, the love will flourish from them. I like this comment because I feel like this one makes sense. Because sometimes I look at marriages as a joke, like I said in the video, because don't nobody know how to love one another anymore. And it's really sad to see this, because everybody is just breaking up with one another. They're leaving with one another, and we're living in this toxic world where everybody just loves to leave partners for unknown reason, and that is starting to become scary for a lot of men that want to find love in America or even overseas. Because the fact of the matter is that marriages is really not for everybody, because everybody is just getting married out of nowhere, out of left field, without having real love for one another. And I think nowadays everybody has forgotten about that. So this comment, I agree with it. This person says, this is very sad to hear this because marriages does not mean anything anymore. People just get marriages and divorce like it's nothing. I hope this is not true. I feel she got blindsided and did not see this coming. Jeezy, really? So we're now blaming him. And I knew it was coming. I knew for a second this story came out. Everybody is blaming the men. What did we do wrong? It's not our fault that we're divorced. It's not our fault that we're filing for divorce because of personal reasons. And yet you're blaming him. So imagine if a woman divorces her husband, she's going to get praised like he's trash, he's too good for her anyway. Like, you know, the double standards of this situation is crazy. But if a man files for divorce, he's been called all kinds of names. He's been called out. He's been called misogynist. Like, this shit is crazy. This is why men don't want to get married anymore. Yeah, you may have thought that y'all had love at first sight, but the reality of the situation is that you're not going to last long in a marriage. And now you're now you're just seeking joint custody of y'all's daughter. So this pretty much sounds like they're going to probably co-parent, even though they're divorced, try to be there for the child because she wants to see her parents together. You know, they could just be best friends still, but I don't know, man. It's just crazy, bro. I feel awful about Jenny and Jeezy getting divorced. I thought they were the perfect couple and great parents. I pray that they reconsider talking it out. It's only been 2 years. Give love another chance, please. I really don't think that's the case because nowadays, like I said, marriage is a joke. You know, they don't really, you know what, here's the thing. When two people get together and they have love for one another, they may think that love is real, that they really love and cherish each other, enjoy each other's companies. But later on down the line, the shit becomes boring and miserable because it's just the sparkles and the way they first fell in love with one another. It's not real. It's not there anymore. There's reasons why marriage is starting to decline really bad in America. Like, we have the most highest percentage of divorces. It's usually fouled by women. But when it comes to men, it gets worse. So I don't think they're going to probably get married, or not get married, but probably get back together and work things out. You know, for the sake of the child. Because that's how most kids grow up confused and messed up in the head because of being born from a divorced parent. Like, this is wild, bruh. I'm sad to hear about this divorce. They appear to be a happy couple. Only for social media. But not in real life. It's all for the glams and glimps and glams. You know, all for the cameras. But the reality of the issue is they're not happy. And I think we really need to take some considerations of focusing on the reality of marriages and relationships in general, because if you truly don't know your partner, then y'all don't have nothing in common in general. So sad, but I'm not surprised when it comes to Jeezy. He filed for divorce. Poor thing. Now she's going to be the category of another baby mama. Choose whom you have kids with, or learn to fight for your marriage. Be in it to win it. I kind of disagree and agree with the last part, be in it to win it, because A lot of people nowadays just don't know how to fight for love and relationships anymore because everything has to be televised, publicized for everybody to see around the world and on social media. But in real life, a lot of people usually fight for the love and fight for the marriages. But I think nowadays it's bad. In 2023, it's even worse in Atlanta, where it's bad to date out there because it's too much expectations. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Now she's a single mother, man. We want these preferences learned. What does preferences have to do with this story? And I'm gonna get to this comment I've seen on Facebook, how the man was saying that about how white privileges and white supremacists told us about having our own kind, our own history, our own brand, and all of that in our own relationships. Because if you're dating outside of your race, it's called self-hatred. That comment alone kind of threw me off. How the hell is dating outside of your race is self-hatred? Just because you're dating other people that is not in the black community doesn't mean that we hate black people. We love black people. We love y'all. We love y'all with all of our hearts. But comments like that and some of the bullshit I've seen of y'all doing in the community really causes us to not want to date our own kind. I'm sorry to be swearing in this video, but it's the truth. A lot of black men and men of color are dating outside of their race because of the disrespect, the attitudes, them acting like 304s, having no respect for themselves, sexually degrading themselves. Ain't just black women, it's every woman in America. Not just black, white, Asians, Mexicans, European. They're all doing the exact same stuff. And men are not attractive to that. You're only attracting the simps. They be liking booty pictures and stuff and booty twerking videos and all of that. You're attracting those type of people. You're not attracting good men. And good men are not attractive to that. I'm telling you the truth, y'all. So that comment kind of really pissed me off because I don't like when people throwing this whole, oh, he should have married a black woman, then he would have been better. No, even black women are worse sometimes. They can give men a headache. Arguments, you know, instead of try to uplift him and motivate him, all they do is bring drama. That's the truth. So black women are no better than regular women in America. So just because he's filing for divorce, that doesn't mean that he should have married a black woman. That crap is stupid. I don't like I'm telling you all, I don't like hearing comments like this. I don't. Because you're making it seem like we're in the wrong of dating outside of our community. If that person loves us for us, if that person is right for us, who has their best interest in heart for you, that are invested in you, then that's love. Love sees no color. Y'all need to stop forgetting that. A couple together and great parents, please reconsider. Yes, marriages is hard work. You don't just give up. You guys give me hope. I really can see you guys truly love each other. Don't base your decisions on you guys' failed marriages, what you guys see from your parents. Please stay together and work on your marriage. You know I am on your side. You know what? I love this comment because I was just saying that too. They're basing their divorce off of what society is telling them. That's what kills me in society. You're letting society tell y'all how you can and can't feel. It's not supposed to be that way. It really shouldn't. But sometimes I just feel like, you know, even in real life, you're gonna have your rotten friends, your bad friends, bad influencers be around you, telling you how to feel, telling you to break up with your partner because you say so. The ones that are doing that are some immature freaks that don't like themselves, that are jealous of that person's relationship because they want what you got. That's the problem. That's what it seems like. So I like the part when it says, you know, don't give up. You guys give me hope. So this person is probably married, going through going through issues in her marriage and all of that. It seems like her and her husband are working out their relationship problems, and they seem to be happy. That's what this person commented. Jeanette. So yeah, they was doing good until they got married. Should have waited for a while. Me and my husband stayed together for 20 years before we got... What? 20 years? 20 years? Y'all waited 20 years to get married. That's too long. I'm sorry, but I do not agree with this comment at all. They was doing good until they got married. Should have waited for a while. Me and my husband stayed together 20 years before we got married. Sometimes you got to get to know a person first before I do, and I did. I get the last part, but that first part, when she says being married for 20 years, that's a long time to be engaged. I mean, that's kind of weird though. Like 20 years, it usually, like, you're only supposed to be together like in 5 years before you get married, not 20 years. Unless y'all are like Kurt Russell and his girlfriend, they're still together, but they're not married. So I don't get this comment. I really don't. 20 years, dude. That's like wasting time, you know? You're wasting time being with each other. You should have been put a ring on it 5 years later. Stupid. Work it out. Highly doubt it. Just me. Anytime a marriage just ends in a sad time, no matter what the circumstances are, I just hope that they keep it civil for the sake of their baby girl. Just sad no matter what. Facts. And it's all about like co-parenting. Just try to get along for the little girl, because she's going to grow up one day and see what goes on behind closed doors between mother and father. Like, y'all got to just somehow find a way to sit together for the child, because she's going to end up being miserable as hell because both of her parents are not together anymore. And they're going to probably think that it's their fault that the divorces happened. Kids and adult children always think like that. You gotta find a way to work things out. Y'all don't have to be together. You could just be friends and co-parent for the child. A child needs their parents, not just one parent. I mean, that's probably why Young Jeezy is filing for divorce and seeking joint custody of their daughter. I don't know, man. Like, we really don't know what really happened, but I'm just giving you my opinions on this. She got what she wanted, a paycheck for life. Damn. A paycheck for life. Alright. This is sad. Only God knows the answer. Facts. For this couple, trust who? Okay. Whoever commented, they can't write. The child is affected by... Seriously, I can't read this. The grammar is off. Your writing is bad. I'm sorry, but I know what you're saying, but you need to work on your grammar. Who cares says, who are they? What do they do? Why is this news? I got divorced. No one cared. Give me substance. Man, this is funny. I like how he's just poking fun at this whole celebrity marriage though. I mean, I don't care either though, but it just seems like people are doing a story on this and it has to be talked about. Alright, so what is my thoughts on Young Jeezy and JD Ma? I think I don't really care about celebrity marriages because they're not real. And like I said, and like the person said, they don't even know how to fight for marriages and relationships nowadays. It's just obvious to me that marriages is not for everybody. It's a complete joke. Nothing about marriages is real. And I don't think that some people are ready to be in marriages. It's just not what everybody claims to be. They're only smiling for the cameras, but deep behind the issues, they're not happy with one another. We really don't know what really happened between those two. Maybe some more information about this story can come out in the future, which I highly doubt TMZ, of all people, is going to end up getting the story and broke the story first. So hopefully there's more information out there. So let me know what y'all thoughts are in the chat, and I'm going to catch you in my next one.